This is my Throwback Thursday message number 16. And I was thinking about in 2002 when my husband was having health problems, and I had a burden for our retirement. And so I started praying and fasting and praying and asking the Lord to help me to get us out of debt. So I made a vow to the Lord. I said, if you'll help me get these debts paid off, if you'll help me, I will not go back in debt. So it took me about a year and a half, and the Lord to show me how to do everything to get the bills paid off. So within about a year and a half, I had us out of debt. And I was so excited about it, and I told my husband, I said, well, if you have to retire now, we're all right, because we got everything paid for and we don't owe anybody. And so he wanted to go to another town, Tennessee, to go out to dinner. And I didn't have any idea what his plans were, but he took me out to dinner and then by the Toyota place. So he told me, he said, I have always wanted a new Toyota. And I told him, I said, well, now I said, listen, I've been fasting and praying and petitioning the Lord. And I said, I promised the Lord, if he would help us get out of debt, we wouldn't go back in debt. And I said, it's your money. You worked it out and I can't stop you. But if you go in debt and buy this vehicle, God's not going to be happy with it. And he said, oh, he won't care. He knows I won't want this. This is one of the things I've always wanted and I haven't gotten. And so he went on in there in the place and picked him out a beautiful green extra, the big club cab Toyota, brand new. And so I had to sign with him, you know, it's his money and his head over the house. So anyway, but I told him, I said, God will not be pleased with this, and you're going to know it too. Because I said, he does not want us to go back in debt after we vowed to him. If he would help us get out of debt, we wouldn't go back in debt. So he said, he'll understand. So anyway, starting off, we didn't realize it at the time. But the salesperson, there was a $1,000 rebate on the truck, and the salesman stole the $1,000 off us. So we didn't realize that until we got home, that we had went over the contract, started looking, and he had stolen the $1,000. So we ended up having to go to court and everything to make the guy pay the company. Oh, I'll not mention their names. They had we had to take them to court to make them pay that $1,000 rebate. And on the way home, I know people's not going to believe this, but it's like every bird in Tennessee ganged up and flew over top of our truck on the way home. When we got home, there was so much poop on that truck. It looked like we had been parked under a pigeon roost all night. I told my husband, I said, I told you, look at the truck. I said, he said, I'm not taking it and washing it. You're going to take it and wash it. He had to take the new truck and wash it. It was covered up with bird poop on the way home. I said, that's God's stamp of approval on your new purchase. So anyway, we figured out that we had been cheated out of the $1,000 rebate, and we had to take them to court to get that back. So it went on, and so one day I had thought I was going to go get my hair done, and I'll be able to relax about an hour or so and get my hair cut done and everything. And I was over the sink. The lady had me back over the sink washing my hair, and she said, there's somebody here wanting to talk to you. And I opened my eyes and looked up. My husband was standing over me, white as a sheet. While I was in the beauty shop, he had decided to repark the truck closer to the beauty salon, and it got away from him and hit two vehicles. So here he is, shaking and trembling all over. He said, I hit two cars. And I said, how on earth did you do that? Why did you move the truck? And he started explaining, I wanted to get closer to the salon so you wouldn't have to walk so far and on and on. But anyway, we ended up having a big hassle over that because he got a ticket for it. And it took me a long time to try to take him through court to get him, so he wouldn't take his driver's license. Big hassle. So anyway, I thought, what else is going to happen with this truck? So I usually go to the senior citizen and the handicap place to sing at once. And he decided he didn't want to go. He wanted to go hunting. He had that new four-wheel drive truck, and he was going to go up in the woods up there hunting. And I said, well, now I'm going to tell you, don't load your gun until you get up in the woods. I said, I've tried to tell you that that's the law, but he wasn't paying attention to me. So anyway, when I came back from the singing, he was tore all to pieces again, and I said, what is the matter? He said, well, like I didn't listen to you, and I had the rifle loaded, and he said, I reached down to pick the rifle up, and it went off and shot a hole in the floor of the truck. And I just turned around and went in the house. I said, well, I told you God was not going to be happy with you buying this truck, and I look how much trouble we have had since you went back on the vow and went in debt after we had prayed for over a year and a half for the Lord to help us get out of debt. We made a vow we wouldn't go in debt. And he said, you made the vow. I didn't. I said, I made it for us as a couple. So anyway, we had a long time of trouble out of that truck. He took it to, I don't know how many Toyota places, trying to figure out where he nicked that truck at with that rifle when it went through the floor. But he never could figure out there was a line nicked, and was always having trouble with that truck. So eventually he got a settlement for where he'd had an accident on the job, and he got some extra cash, and we took the Toyota bill and paid it off and got a new vehicle and paid for it. And we got out of debt again. And he said, I promise this time, if you can work this out to where we can get rid of this truck and get a new vehicle and get paid for, I will never mention about charging anything else. So that's our story about making vows to God and not honoring them. And I'm telling you, God is good. He hears our prayers. He wants to help us, and he wants us to prosper and be in good health. And I'm telling you, if you put a petition out, if you put your fleece out, Lord, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. I'll make this vow to you, and I'll do this or that. He's hearing you. He's listening to you. And if you break that vow, he does not like it. He gets upset. And like our story about the Toyota, I hope this encourages you. If you make a vow to the Lord to keep it, don't break it. And if you enjoy listening to my messages and my songs and my YouTube channel, try to think about subscribing, commenting, sharing it with other people, so that to help the channel to grow. And I'm just thankful. I have over 500 subscribers now, and the Lord has blessed my channel to be able to minister to a few people. And that's what my heart's desire is to be able to help someone, inspire someone, and help you to learn about getting saved and staying saved, being ready to meet the Lord. And I hope you have a happy Throwback Thursday.